Hi everybody, my name is Eric Hudson. I am GOA's instructional designer, and I'm going to walk you through 4 modes of discussion to build off of the 4 modes you were introduced to in the previous video. The 4 modes of discussion I'm going to talk about today are all Google Apps, which are available to you through your GOA email account. And if your school is a Google school, they're also available to you through that email address. The 4 modes of discussion that we're going to talk about today are first Google Docs, which are collaborative documents, Google Groups, Google Moderator, which is a democratic form of Google Groups, and Google's social media platform, Google+. Hopefully what you'll get from this presentation is that there are many different ways for you to interact with your students in meaningful ways. And that's really the goal of this, is to show you not just what the tool is, but how to use it in a way that is meaningful and manageable for you. So let's get started. So the last mode of discussion we're going to talk about today is Google+, which is Google's social media platform. And once again, we're going to start in my GOA email inbox. There's actually lots of different ways to access Google+, but I'm going to start here. Over in the top left, you'll see that there's plus my name. This is the link to my Google+ homepage. And by clicking on it, I'm brought to the headquarters for all things Google+. You'll see in the middle here of the page, I've got all the latest updates to groups and communications I've had. There's posts I've put to certain places. There's posts other people have shared with me. There's suggestions of people I know. It's very much like Facebook. On the right, you'll see a timeline of my conversations via Google. So Hangouts, IMs, etc. live here. This is also a great place to initiate a new Hangout if you would like. There's really 2 main ways that GOA teachers and staff use Google+. The first is circles, and the second is communities. Circles are really email mailing lists of people you know, and you can categorize circles according to how you know people. And so by clicking over here on my home menu and going to people, I can look at my circles. Circles is a way for you to drag certain people you know and categorize them according to certain categories. So friends, family, acquaintances, following, etc. You can create your own kinds of circles. What these really are mailing lists. And so if you were to go back to your home page and you were interested in updating your status, you could type in whatever you were thinking at the time. I am doing great. And in this to field, you actually get to control who sees this status. So for instance, if I only wanted a couple of people, say Amy and Glenda, to see it, I could limit it to certain individuals. The other thing I could do is limit it to certain circles. And so I could scroll down here and click on my GOA circle, and all the people I've added to that circle will see the status, and no one who is not in that circle will see the status. The advantage here is that you can use your status block as a kind of emailing system to certain groups. If you have multiple classes, for instance, and each class is a different circle, you can tailor your announcement to those classes according to the circle in which the kids belong. The other way we use Google Plus a lot is through communities. All of you belong to the Olay community, which is, I hope you're finding a great place to connect and share resources. Communities are a really great way to aggregate external resources in one place and then talk about them. Here, for instance, is our GOA faculty community, which is a community where all the members are active teachers for Global Online Academy. And what's happening here is we share resources related to online teaching, related to what we're doing in our classes, etc. It's very similar in tone to the Olay format. Each post you can interact with each post in a couple of different ways. You can comment on a post. So here I've described and linked to an article and Shonda has commented on it, I can add my own comment if I want to. If I don't have much to say, but I like the article, I can +1 the article, which is very similar to a Facebook like. If you were interested in sharing with a community, there's a status block very similar to the main Google Plus status block up here, where you can type in a status, you can add a video, a link, a photo, invite people to an event, and you can even categorize your post according to the categories designed or set by your community's moderator. What we found at GOA is this is a very intuitive, fun, multimedia way to aggregate resources and talk about them. So you can imagine that for classes that we run where it's important that we are active and intentional in our efforts to build community, that creating a Google Plus community where students can share resources, talk to each other, quickly visit and see what's going on. It's a really great personal way to get people invested in your class. The only other point I would make about Google Plus is the notifications. So a lot happens in Google Plus, Hangouts, status updates, comments, etc. And so sometimes it's hard to keep track of. This bell in the right corner allows you to see in chronological order the activity in your Google Plus account. This bell lives in your email inbox as well, and it will update you as things change in your Google Plus account. And so it's a nice way to keep track of everything. These different modes of discussion, I think, work even better because they all live under one umbrella, which is Google. And so you'll find that they're pretty well connected once you've spent a little time with them. I hope that you found this presentation informative and helpful. I look forward to getting to know more of you through your Google Plus community, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the course.